Welcome back, everyone. So, day 27, I watched The Stepfather, the original Stepfather, for the first time from 1987. Now, before I talk about this version, the only other Stepfather movie I have seen was the remake in like 2008 or 2009, whenever that came out. And I watched that movie whenever I was younger, and even whenever I was younger, I thought that movie was not very good. I'll rewatch it again because I will review the rest of these, because I hear there's like 3 or 4 sequels to this one and then the remake. So I'm curious to see what those are like, but as of now, I've just seen the original and the remake, and of course, this is way better than the remake. And going into this, I was like, this will probably be good. I was so excited that this was on Amazon Prime, and I'm so glad that I finally got to see it, because this was awesome. This was a really, really good, I guess, thriller more opposed to horror. Like, it's more of a thriller. And the thing I love is whenever the credits started, I saw that Joseph Ruben was the director. Joseph Ruben is a director of 2 movies that I grew up with that are thrillers as well, that I really love, which is Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts and The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. He directed both of these movies. And this is in the same vein of that. Like, he does the same kind of plot in all 3 of these, basically, where it's like, you've got a psycho character, and like these other people are trying to whenever you figure out how crazy this character is in all 3 of these movies, they fight back or try to escape. And I thought that this one is really good, just like those other 2 that The Good Son and Sleeping with the Enemy. And that's cool that he directed 3 different movies like this. But they're all different. They've all got their own flavor. So I love that Joseph Ruben directed this first off. That was really cool. And the opening is actually really creepy and effective. And I'm not going to go too into spoilers. I'll just talk about like little things through the movie, but not like big spoilers. Like, this guy is a killer, and it opens up with him walking around, like shaving off his beard, taking a shower. He goes downstairs, and then he just walks out the door, and his whole family, he murdered them all, and they're just sitting there dead, and it is really terrifying. Like, it actually did scare me. I was like, wow, that's effective. And they did that in the remake too, but I think it was stupider in the remake. Poor Dylan McDermott. I think that's who was the guy in the remake. But the opening in this is awesome. It's really scary, and it just completely gives off the vibe you're gonna get with this movie. And I want to talk about Terry O'Quinn, who plays Jerry. This guy is terrifying. This is a great performance. Terry O'Quinn in this movie is truly really disturbing character. And the thing I love about this character in this movie is that he is a psycho, an absolute psycho. But this guy, because of the performance by Terry O'Quinn, this guy gives off such a great performance. He can be psychotic one moment, and then other moment he can be sincere and nice. And it shows how great of an actor this guy is, because he really gives off, whenever he wants to be scary, he is terrifying. But whenever he wants to be like normal, he's normal. And there's a scene, just one scene, where like after the opening, after he killed his first, well, I don't know about his first family, maybe all the other families, but he killed off that family, and he meets the characters in this movie, and he is talking to the new wife, like in bed, like she's just getting ready to go into bed with him, and he's watching TV and he's laughing, and he's like, oh, I love this show as a kid, like I just thought it was so funny. And scenes like that scene like that gave such a good way of characterizing this guy. Whenever he's not a psycho, he's just a normal guy, and I like how they do it to where you do like him as a character in some ways, even though you know how fucking crazy he is. There's moments like that I was just mentioning where like he is really likable and sincere, and that makes it even more scarier, and I love that in this performance. So I really like that. And the basic story, like I said, is that he is going around like killing these families and then going and doing it over and over again. So after the murder at the beginning of the movie, it cuts 1 year later, and he is with a new wife and stepdaughter, Stephanie. And Stephanie doesn't like Jerry very much, and has something up. She knows something's up with him. She just feels like there's something up with him, and she gets suspended from school. She has all these issues. And as it's going with that, like, it escalates to where this other guy who's not, like, he's in the movie, but he's not, like, with the main characters, is investigating the death of the family at the beginning. So it's a cool story about Jerry and the family, and then having this other guy, detective, try to figure out what happened with the murder. And it, you know, eventually they're going to meld together. The stories are going to come together. And I really like that. And I like how it just really was a scary movie, and these characters were interesting. And I thought that, again, this performance gave off such a great performance, because he gives off such likability in scenes, and then some scenes he's, of course, psychotic and insane. But it shows how great of an actor Terry O'Quinn is in this movie. And the other performances are great, too. They're really good. They're really solid. The ending is great. The ending had a great final confrontation, which I won't spoil, but I loved the ending. I thought they did a great job with that. So this was, hands down, an awesome movie. And only seeing the remake, like, I vaguely remember parts of that and remember it not being good. And watching this, it's obviously a better version of the remake. So I'm so glad I finally got to see this. I will watch the sequels eventually, not right now, and maybe whenever October ends, because I just want to watch a lot of new movies that are like the first one. Like how I watched Pumpkinhead for the first time this October, but I haven't watched any of the sequels yet, or Candyman. So I'll watch the sequels eventually, but as of now, this one was an awesome movie, and I really enjoyed it. So tell me what you guys thought down below of the Stepfather, the original 1987 Stepfather. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for watching.